Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing part 2 of the video where I decorate the house and add some decorations. So I've settled on a budget of $50,000 and hopefully that'll be enough to decorate the entire house. So let's get to it. Now, if you haven't watched the last part, please go back and watch that. It will be so helpful because there is a lot that you might have missed if you weren't there for that part. And in this part of the video, I just hope to add more to the house because even though it's furnished, it's looking a little bit empty and it doesn't have very many decorations in it. And I just am hoping to make this house feel like a home. So throughout the video, I'll just be adding shelves and books because I feel like that's a good way to fill up space. So there might be some random parts where I just start filling shelves up with books and it's kind of scattered around, but I guess that's just how this video is going to go. Alright, now I'm doing some speakers next to the TV just because I feel like it's a good way to fill up that empty space between the stands next to the couch and the TV. So basically, I hope that I can just add some extra unneeded things, but keep it in a budget because obviously I don't have all the money in the world right now. I've placed some of the swirly shelves around. I don't really know what they're called, but now I'm just going to decorate them with some books and some storage stuff. I worked so hard in the kitchen, and it was the first thing that I had done even before I started the challenge in general. But honestly, I haven't even finished it. I haven't added stools to the bar. I haven't added a sink. So that's what I'm doing right now. Hopefully that this will just get done and I won't have to deal with it. So now I'm done placing the stools in the kitchen, and it took forever to spin them around. I kid you not. But literally, I'm just going to go in and do some more shelving, some more decorations. I think a lava lamp might be cute or something, but I'm trying not to do lighting as much as I can. But this stairway needs a railing, so I'm going to put the glass one on it, and then hopefully I'll be able to line it with neon lights when I do the lighting part of the series. I don't know why, but I do think that since this is a contemporary home, I think the neon guitar would be cool. So I'm going to place that in the corner, even though it's super expensive, and I don't know why I'm wasting my money on that, because I never used the instruments from Bloxburg. Okay, so even though I added the guitar, I feel like this wall is looking a little bit empty, so I feel like that clock is kind of contempo, vibey, and the obvious thing that this house needs 1,000,000,000% is plants. I swear, plants can literally fill up any house and make any space feel like a home. No matter what theme it is, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, plants always fix everything. So I'm relying on plants to fill up the empty corners of this house because there are so many. Okay, so as you can now see, I have an entire lineup of plants on this counter, and they're definitely going to be very helpful because I have so many shelves in my kitchen just for plants. And for some reason, I think there's a toaster plant somewhere, but I can't remember what it looks like. So maybe later I'll try to find that. Okay, now that I'm done filling up my kitchen and shelves with plants, I'm just going to add a trash can because I have literally no idea what to put in that corner. Now I'm going to go in with custom painting and I'm going to resize it to what I want it to be, and then later on I'll add a frame depending on how much money I have left. Okay, so this is the final size of the frame. I think that's a pretty good size, and I'll probably duplicate that to be all over the house. Okay, so I sped this up, but it's basically just showing you guys where I put each of the frames, and so if you want to make this house by yourself, then you can just know the basics of where to put everything. Sadly, the disco break is over and I'm back to building. Now I'm just adding some bins to my shelves. I don't really know why, I just feel like it fills up the space easily, and I don't even know why I just said easily like that. Now I'm just adding trash cans that are more modern because I feel like a trash can make a space, especially if it's really empty in the corners, but I also want this to stay with the theme, so I'm adding a modern trash can. And I'm also adding a few lava lamps to this space. Okay, so it took a while, so I cut out of the video, but I just added some lava lamps and some more modern trash cans to the spaces in this house. And right here, I am doing the placemats to the kitchen, and I'll honestly probably just take some dirty dishes and put them on the placemats instead of spending $50 just to put a plate on the table. Okay, now that I'm done with that, I'm going to start making this build a little bit more interesting, and I'm going to start layering things on top of the benches and the TV stands and in the living room, because I feel like we definitely do need to make the benches more contempo, and I don't think that the TV stand is very contempo either, but I do think that it would look pretty cool layered with some other stuff, so that's what I'm doing right now. Now I'm adding some cool boxy shelves to the back of the staircase. I'm adding some like swirly shelves to the corners of the living room. I'm also back upstairs in the baby room adding some toys just to make it look like an actual kid's room. And I also added a book table next to the reading station. Now I'm adding desks with cubbies and computers in both the adult rooms. And I know this is going to drain my budget by a lot, but I'm adding one large TV in both the adult rooms, and I'm adding a mini TV in the kids' room. Now I'm adding this old jukebox that I have that will like glow neon, and hopefully if I change the colors, it'll help bring the space together. Because the space between the window and the stairs is looking a little bit plain, I'm hoping to add some modern features with bean bags to make the space look a little bit more full. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to move on to the next part of the build. Okay, so what I did was I just went around and added some big plants to the corner of the house so that hopefully it wouldn't look like a big empty space somewhere. Now I'm going to add this little shelf to each of the windows just to make it look more simple, but it also makes a statement at the same time. Okay, now I'm adding some backlit mirrors because I feel like they look simple, but they also make a statement just like the shelves. And hopefully I'll be able to color them like electric blue or something so that they look cool and contemporary in the bathrooms. Now I'm just adding toilet paper holders just to like add more detail to the bathrooms because I feel like they are looking a little bit plain. Hopefully I'll be able to add towels, but you know what? If I don't think anybody's going to notice anyways. I'm also doing more windows where they're needed because I didn't get to do windows on the back of the house the first time that I was, making the structure of the house. Now I'm adding some office chairs to the desks. And now this is a custom pillow setup. You do need transform, and if you want resize, you should probably have that too. But a tutorial will be posted in shorts, so make sure to go check that out if you want to make this house. Okay, so this is the final look of the pillows. If you want to go check that out, it's on my YouTube channel in shorts, and the name of it will be Basic Bed Pillow Setup. So if you're interested, make sure to go check that out. Now I'm adding these little trees to the outside and next to the TV because I just feel like even though this house is already filled up a lot, there's so many empty spaces that I just feel like need a plant. And now I'm adding these messy blankets to the bottom of the beds just to make them look more comforting and welcoming. And now I'm adding some more small blankets to this room because I know the messy blanket doesn't fit on any of the beds in this room. And now for the final touches, I'm just adding some frames on these pictures just to make them look more fancy and more put together. Okay, so the decoration part of the series is done. Next part will be lighting, and then the part after that will be coloring. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and make sure to check out the rest of my channel.